time for the news.
The 7th Summit, meeting of heads of state and government of the gas exporting countries forum, today ended with the adoption of the Declaration of Algiers reaffirming its members' will to secure a stabilization of the gas market and prices. The President of the Republic, Mr. Abdelmadjid Tebboune, has stressed that the Declaration of Algiers constitutes a major achievement to take up to current and future challenges. The Secretary General of the GECF, Mohammed Hamel, emphasized during a press conference held at the end of the 7th Gas Summit that it was a real success, praising the smooth running of the event. And as the international community urges for an inquiry into the killing by the Israeli soldiers of over 100 Palestinians who were queuing to receive aid west of Gaza, the Israeli army relentlessly pursued its bombardments of the territory. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail from Radio Algeria International. First, addressing the closing session of the 7th Summit meeting of the Gas Exporting Countries Forum, the President of the Republic, Abdelmadjid Tebboune, thanked the participants for their efficient contribution and for their abnegation that paved the way for the adoption of the Algiers Declaration. President Tebboune stressed that the Declaration of Algiers constituted a major achievement to take up to current and future challenges. He reaffirmed that it translated the member countries' determination to extend the use of gas by resorting to the required sustainability and competence with the world market by rapid change. President Tebboune said that the Declaration of Algiers also translates the members' commitment to make of a forum that attracts new members today a tribune of dialogue and of regional and international cooperation. Let's listen to the President of the Republic.
إن ما حققناه اليوم معا نتائج طيبة والتي توجت بإعلان الجزائر لم تكن لتتحقق لولا تفانيكم ومشاركتكم الصادقة في إثراء بنود أعمال هذه القمة ومساعدتي في إدارتها وإدارة جلستها. إن هذا الإعلان هو خطوة مهمة في استجابتنا للتحديات الراهنة والمستقبلية تؤكد عزمنا الراسخ على توسيع استعمال الغاز بالكفاءة والاستدامة اللازمين في عالم تطبعه التغيرات المتسارعة. لقد جددنا التزامنا بتعزيز مكانة منتدانا كمنبر للحوار والتعاون الإقليمي والدولي بات يستقطب أعضاء جدد مع التأكيد على الحقوق السيادية لدول أعضاء على مواردها من الغاز ودورنا المحوري في دعم التنمية المستدامة والأمن الطاقوي العالمي بانسجام وتناسق مع أهداف الأمم المتحدة.
The President of the Republic insisted on the sovereign right of the member countries over their gas resources and on the necessity for the forum to play a major role in promoting a sustainable development and ensuring world energy security in accordance with the UN objectives. At the end of the summit, the Minister of Energy and Mines, Mr. Mohammed Arqab, and the Secretary General of the GECF, Mohammed Hamel, held a press conference during which they highlighted the main points included in the Algiers Declaration, notably the excellence or the excellent organization and the smooth running of the summits, proceedings and activities, the inauguration of the Gas Research Institute, and the signing of several agreements, among other points.
The summit is a great success. It sets a new standards for participation reflected in both the number of countries, guests, and intergovernmental organizations that have attended, but also the quality of participants. We had 10 presidents of states attending, which is really a record number. Furthermore, a new member has joined the organization, the Republic of Senegal, as you are aware. And the summit was marked by a positive and constructive spirit and a deep sense of unity, cooperation, and solidarity.
Time now is coming up to 20 hours, 5 minutes, and you will listen to the prayer of Al-Isha in Algiers and its surroundings.
حان الآن موعد صلاة العشاء بتوقيت الجزائر العاصمة وضواحيها.
الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
اللهم رب هذه الدعوة التامة والصلاة القائمة آت محمد الوسيلة والفضيلة وابعثه مقاما محمودا الذي وعدته.
And as I said before, the 7th summit meeting of the heads of state and government of the gas exporting countries forum, GECF, today ended here with the adoption of the so-called Declaration of Algiers. The document unanimously adopted reiterates the determination of the forum's member countries to work towards securing a more equitable and reliable gas market. Our special envoy at the international conference, Senator Assia Bakar, is having more details.
The Declaration of Algiers insisted on the absolute and permanent sovereign rights of member countries over their natural gas resources and reiterated the members' commitment to the GECF objectives and their determination to strengthen the forum's role while emphasizing the forum's contribution to global energy, security, equity, and sustainability. The Declaration of Algiers reaffirmed the forum's endeavor to efficiently manage and encourage the use of natural gas resources of member countries, aiming to promote sustainable development that benefits both producers and consumers. It also reaffirmed the importance of cooperation and coordination among member countries for the development of research, innovation, knowledge, and technology transfer related to natural gas, as well as for the sharing of best practices and promoting capacity building. The forum reaffirmed support for a meaningful dialogue among producers, consumers, and other relevant stakeholders to ensure the security of both demand and supply, foster market stability, and advocate for open, transparent, unhindered, and non-discriminatory natural gas markets. The Declaration of Algiers acknowledged the fundamental role of natural gas in achieving the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, satisfying rising global energy needs, and securing universal access to affordable, reliable, sustainable, and modern energy for all, as well as the risks and challenges besetting the natural gas market derived from the geopolitical and economic situation. It also acknowledged the important role of natural gas in the value chain of the petrochemical and chemical industry was also acknowledged in the declaration. Meanwhile, the declaration condemned all unilateral economic restrictions undertaken without the prior approval of the United Nations Security Council and any extraterritorial application of national laws and regulations against the GECF member countries that negatively impact the development and trade of natural gas and jeopardize the security of gas supply. The Declaration of Algiers welcomed the signing of the agreement of the GECF Gas Research Institute headquarters based in Algiers. It also rejected any use of climate change as justification to implement measures that hinder investments in natural gas projects. It laid an emphasis on the forum's strong support for African countries in their aspirations and the commendable endeavors to tackle energy poverty, address the challenges related to energy access, reiterating its disapproval of the unilateral implementation of unprecedented actions and taxation measures, which are supposedly justified by ensuring security of energy supply for some at the expense of the natural gas market rules. The statement expressed determination to promote natural gas as an abundant, affordable, flexible, and reliable energy source and advocate for the wider use of natural gas in domestic and international markets. Support was expressed in favor of the fundamental role of long-term natural gas contracts as well as gas pricing based on oil products indexation to ensure steady investments in the development of natural gas resources. Meanwhile, the heads of state and government welcomed the accession of the Republic of Mozambique, the Islamic Republic of Mauritania, and the Republic of Senegal to the forum, reaffirming the forum's collective pursuit of fostering energy cooperation and dialogue. They also expressed their appreciation to His Excellency Mr. Abdelmadjid Tebboune, the President of the People's Democratic Republic of Algeria, for his excellent leadership of the 7th GECF Summit, as well as to the government, people of the People's Democratic Republic of Algeria for their warm hospitality and excellent arrangements.
And in his opening speech, President Tebboune reiterated Algeria's call for strengthening cooperation and partnerships between gas-producing countries within the GCEF. He also welcomed the accession of Mauritania, Senegal, and Mozambique to this organization. For President Tebboune, this 7th summit offers an opportunity to preserve the interests of gas-producing countries and consumers as well. He underlined Algeria's commitment to achieving the organization's objectives to ensure global energy security. In a changing world, President Tebboune went on to say gas-producing countries face new challenges, calling for the strengthening of dialogue and multilateral work to achieve the organization's objectives. Our special envoy to the International Conference Center, Assia Bakar, tells us more again.
In his opening speech, the President of the Republic, Abdelmadjid Tebboune, said the summit aims to preserve the interests of both exporting and consuming countries, especially that gas is important for sustainable development, given that it is an environment-friendly energy.
تشكل هذه القمة فرصة لرسم رؤية مشتركة للحفاظ على مصالح المنتجين والمستهلكين للغاز في آن واحد، وتعكس التزامنا بأهداف منتدى الدول المصدرة للغاز وتصميمنا على تعزيز دوره والتأكيد على مساهمته في أمن الطاقة العالمي، حيث يلعب الغاز الطبيعي دورا أساسيا في تحقيق التنمية المستدامة وتلبية الاحتياجات العالمية المتزايدة على الطاقة. والجزائر التي تدرك مع كافة الشركاء أن الغاز الطبيعي مصدر طاقة وفير وميسور التكلفة وصديقا للبيئة وداعما لتكامل مصادر الطاقة المتجددة، لطالما أيدت فكرة توسيع دور الغاز الطبيعي في التنمية المستدامة.
He said the forum's summit is important to boost consultation and bring together recommendations, experience exchange and dialogue, describing the forum as a platform for cooperation among the forum's countries while highlighting the key role of gas in the energy transition.
قمتنا هذه مناسبة هامة لتعميق التعاون من خلال تبادل وجهات النظر والتجارب والخبرات وتأسيس حوار استراتيجي بين مختلف الفاعلين في أسواق الغاز لرسم المسار المستقبلي لهذا المورد الطاقوي الحيوي في التنمية واستخدامه كوقود نظيف مع الطاقات المتجددة. إن منتدى الدول المصدرة للغاز منصة للتعاون، وبصفتنا جميعا مؤيدين لهذا التوجه يزداد حرصنا على الحوار ليصبح منتدانا طرفا يساهم في تعزيز مصالحنا المتبادلة وبناء إجماع حول الدور الحيوي للغاز في التنمية المستدامة.
The President of the Republics of the Forum's countries have a common vision, which is to keep strengthening gas investment and exploration, adding that the Forum's Gas Research Center is a platform for scientific research and development.
وتحقيق رؤيتنا المشتركة، وهو ما يدعو إلى اتخاذ إجراءات ملموسة، حيث يجب أن نواصل تطوير موارد الغاز بالاستثمار المستمر والتعاون في التكنولوجيات والابتكار وتطوير تقنيات الاستخراج والتسويق، لا سيما من خلال معهد البحث في الغاز تابع لمنتدانا، والذي تسعد الجزائر باحتضانه ليكون إطارا للتعاون العالمي والعلمي عبر تبادل المعلومات وتقاسم الخبرات والمهارات، وتطوير الشراكات مع مراكز البحث والجامعات في الدول الأعضاء والمراكز المماثلة في جميع أنحاء العالم.
The President stated that Algeria looks forward to keep working closely with the Forum's countries to achieve the Forum's objectives and to put the Forum's position even higher. He added that cooperation among the Forum's countries and also between exporters and consumers will guarantee the gas supply and the stability of the world's gas market.
وتطلع الجزائر إلى مواصلة التعاون الوثيق مع أعضاء منتدى الدول المصدرة للغاز، الذي يواصل استقطاب أعضاء جدد سيساهمون من دون شك في ارتقاء بمكانة المنتدى على الصعيد الدولي وتحقيق أهدافه الاستراتيجية. وبهذا الصدد نجدد دعوتنا إلى تعزيز الحوار والتعاون بين الدول الأعضاء من جهة، وبين المصدرين والمستوردين من جهة أخرى، لضمان إمدادات الغاز واستقرار السوق العالمية. وتلتزم بلادي بالعمل جنبا إلى جنب معكم جميعا لمستقبل مشترك وواعد لهذا المورد الطبيعي، عبر توسيع وتكثيف التواصل والتشاور بين ومع الفاعلين، وكل يقين بأن نتائج هذه القمة ستساعدنا على المضي قدما نحو رؤيتنا المشتركة هذه.
Meanwhile, the Secretary General of the Gas Exporting Countries Forum, Mohammed Hamel, said that the gas energy is important for the role it plays in the energy transition and sustainable development goals while being affordable and available.
With 70% of world natural gas reserves and 40% of global marketed production, the GECF member countries play a major role in meeting world energy needs, improving air quality, mitigating climate change, and ensuring energy and food security. Despite various challenges, especially in securing finance, member countries invest across the entire gas value chain for the well-being and welfare of their population. Member countries are also investing to minimize the environmental footprint of natural gas supply chain. The GECF has made significant progress in providing value for its member countries and in shaping the energy future as a global advocate of natural gas, while serving as a platform for cooperation and dialogue.
The summit of the heads of state and governments of the gas exporting countries forum is expected to adopt the declaration of Algiers that was discussed yesterday at the forum's ministerial meeting. Let's recall that the summit will be followed by a press conference for the media staffs covering the event. Asia Bikar to Radio Algeria International, the International Conference Center, Algiers.
Earlier, the heads of state and government and heads of delegations were received by, or participating in the summit, were received by the President of the Republic, Mr. Abdelmajid Tebboune, at the Abdel Latif Rahal Conference Center here in Algiers. The President of the Republic welcomed the Secretary General of the GECF, Mr. Mohamed Hamel, the heads of delegations of the forum member countries and the countries invited to take part in the summit. President Tebboune welcomed the Emir of Qatar, Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi, Senegalese President Macky Sall, Mauritanian President Mohamed Welcheikh Al Ghazouani, Iraqi President Abdul Latif Rashid, Bolivian President Luis Arce, and Tunisian President Kais Saied, as well as the President of the Republic of Mozambique, Filipe Nyusi, who is on a working visit of friendship to Algeria, in addition to the other heads of delegations participating in the summit. On the occasion, the President of the Republic took souvenir photos with the heads of delegations hosted by Algeria. The Secretary General of the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC, Haytham El Ghais, has emphasized the importance of Algeria as a key player in the energy market in its role in ensuring their stability. In a statement to the press at the end of his meeting with the Minister of Energy and Mines, Mohamed Arqab, on the sidelines of the preparatory ministerial meeting of the Summit of Heads of State and Government of the GECF, Mr. El Ghais has said that Algeria, which is an effective and influential member of the OPEC, is once again playing a pivotal role in the energy market through its hosting of the GECF summit. Outside of the summit, or the 7th summit of the gas exporting countries, two important memoranda of understanding were signed between the member countries of the gas exporting countries forum and the African Energy Commissions, as well as the Economic Research Institute for ASEAN and East Asia. Mariam Bershi has more details.
The Accords aims at strengthening energy in Africa and East and Southeast Asia. The partnerships will involve sharing expertise, conducting joint research and organizing workshops in the energy sector with a view to promoting sustainable development and technological advance in Africa and East and Southeast Asia. The Secretary General of the GECF, Mohamed Hamel, said that substantial investment in both the upstream and downstream segments of the natural gas industry is necessary in Africa, and financing will be facilitated in order to enhance socio-economic development and regional integration. The African Union Commissioner for Infrastructure and Energy, Mr. Amani Abu Zaid, stressed that natural gas would be an integral part of Africa's short and medium-term energy development endeavors, saying that by unleashing the potential of natural gas in Africa, we can drive sustainable development, enhance energy security, and contribute to global efforts to combat climate change. The GECF is keen on enhancing collaborative efforts with both organizations, representing two regions and significant importance to the global natural gas market.
And the advisor in charge of cooperation and communication at the Mauritanian Ministry of Petroleum, Mines and Energy, Ahmed Val Muhamdin, has underlined in Algiers his country's willingness to benefit from Algeria's experience in the field of gas, given the country's capacities and capabilities and assets, with the aim of developing gas fields. More in this report by Said Bougazi.
In a statement to the press on the sidelines of the extraordinary ministerial preparatory meeting for the Summit of Heads of State and Government of the Gas Exporting Countries Forum GECF held at the Abdel Latif Rahal International Conference Center here in Algiers, Ahmed Val Muhammadan said that Mauritania saw Algeria as a country with proven experience in the gas sector. Mauritania's gas fields, which are still in search of developers and partnerships, could offer the two countries several opportunities for cooperation and partnership, especially as Algeria has training institutes that have trained Mauritanian executives who have gone on to take up senior positions in the country, he said, expressing his country's desire to strengthen partnerships in this area. The Mauritanian minister also expressed his satisfaction at the forum's membership, saying that his country wanted to become an exporter of this resource by the end of the year. He also stressed the importance of forging new partnerships to develop gas fields using cutting-edge technologies, particularly following the inauguration of the Gas Research Institute in Algiers on Thursday, a promising opportunity for cooperation. The Mauritanian official underlined that this important summit, which is being held in Algiers, will have a major impact on the stability of energy markets, adding that the forum was a platform for cooperation and a mechanism for international alliances.
And for his part, the Senegalese President Macky Sall said the following about this summit.
Le Sénégal exprime son adhésion aux objectifs.
Senegal adheres to the strategic objectives of these consultations, notably by promoting the right value of natural gas, advancing modern technologies in the natural gas industry, broadening the role of natural gas for the economic and social progress of our peoples as part of sustainable development.
Du développement durable.
The Nigerian Minister of State in charge of Petroleum Resources, Ekperipike Epko, has reiterated the commitment and determination of his country to complete the Nigeria-Algeria Trans-Sahara gas pipelines. Mr. Epko was received by Minister of Energy and Mines Mohamed Al-Qab as part of the extraordinary ministerial meeting of the Gas Exporting Countries Forum, during which the Nigerian minister reiterated that the achievement of this vital and strategic project will strengthen gas supplies in the global market. They also reviewed relations of cooperation between the two countries in the field of energy, as well as the opportunities of investment and exchange of expertise between the two countries.
Natural gas stands out as a crucial ally to renewable energy sources as the globe moves towards a more sustainable and a low-carbon future. It provides energy security and stability while also promoting economic growth. As a result, we work to develop global alliances that will support innovation and technology transfer, boost market stability, improve teamwork, encourage sustainable practices, ease access to energy, and reduce poverty, and exchange best practices in this field. We have a clear vision for the future.
The Algerian state-owned energy company Sonatrach has been honored with the Merit Award by the Gas Exporting Countries Forum during a ceremony held in Algiers. The award was received by the CEO of Sonatrach, Rashid Hashishi, who extended his warm thanks to the forum, stressing the company's commitment to strengthen its presence and enhance its reputation at the international level.
I would like to extend my deepest thanks to the Forum of Gas Exporting Countries for choosing Sonatrach to be distinguished among the other companies of member countries by winning this prestigious award. I am personally delighted to express my pride that Sonatrach has been awarded this valuable prize, which is a recognition of the company's capacities and its efficient contributions to the development of the gas industry and the consideration for the efforts it makes to strengthen its position among its counterparts and enhance our reputation in the global energy market.
And as the international community urges for an inquiry into the killing by the Israeli soldiers of over 100 Palestinians who work UN to receive aid west of Gaza, the Israeli army relentlessly pursued its bombardments of the territory. Jamal Salmani has more.
Palestinian sources said at least 92 people were killed for the past 24 hours and over 150 others wounded in the Israeli bombardments that mainly targeted the southern towns of Khan Yunis and Rafah. The area that has been hit by the continued Israeli bombardments is sheltering, according to the UN, 1.4 million people who have been displaced by the fighting. The Israeli army pursued its pounding, despite ceasefire calls have been made by several countries to allow for the funneling of humanitarian aid and alleviate the sufferings of the Palestinians in Gaza. In this respect, the French foreign minister said he held the Israeli authorities responsible for the obstruction they impose to the delivery of humanitarian aid and accountable for the situations that nothing can justify. In this connection, a UN team affirmed having noticed that a great number of the victims they met during their visit to the Al-Shifa hospital were wounded by bullets fired by the Israeli soldiers. More than 100 Palestinians were killed and over 760 were injured when the Israeli soldiers stationed in the area opened fire at thousands of people waiting in Beit Hanun and Jabalia, north of Gaza, for the aid-laden lorries to arrive. This came as the Islamic Cooperation Organization announced the holding in 3 days' time in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, of an emergency meeting devoted to the situation in the occupied Palestinian territories. At the same time, the UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres hailed the European Commission's decision to immediately unlock 15 million euros as a financial contribution to UNRWA. Meanwhile, thousands of Israelis took to the streets to protest at the policy carried out by the ultra-Orthodox government led by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu.
That's the end of it. Thank you for listening. See you tomorrow.